Hello guys, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having the bestest time of your life wherever you are. I am currently in Peninsular Malaysia. I'm having a 2 days training here. Yeah. So this is gonna be, I'm planning for this vlog to be a very short one. Just me speaking to you guys about my experience of putting on braces. I've put on braces for about a week now. I think it is still too early for me to speak, but anyways, I'm gonna try to explain to you guys as much as possible and share with you guys my experience of putting on braces. Sorry guys if you see me actually looking down a lot, that's because I'm actually looking at my phone, because you know, obviously I get some of the questions from colleagues and friends about why did I want to put on braces, why now, why not when I was in school, and how much does it cost, was it painful, what was the procedures like, so on and so forth. So I'm gonna try to answer the questions that I've received here on this vlog. Okay, let's start. So I'm gonna start with I think I should probably walk you guys through why I put on braces in the first place, and why now. So I knew from when I was young in high school I have had an issue of crowded teeth, which means I have way too many teeth inside my small mouth. And I've been offered by a dentist before when I was in high school if I wanted to put on braces, but I rejected at that time because I thought it was very expensive and we could never really afford it. So that's why in school I never put on braces. I didn't put on braces earlier because I couldn't afford it, and I could now. So I thought, why not, you know, to solve the issues for once and for all. And also the reason why I wanted to put on braces is because my teeth are growing on top of each other, so they're doubling, which causes, you know, a lot of issues, especially when I eat. And you know, in Malaysia we eat a lot of rice, and rice gets stuck in between my teeth, and you know, and it's really hard to floss in there, and it's really hard to clean. So here, actually, thank you to one of my friends, Sulu. If you're watching this, I love you so much. Thanks to Sulu, because there's this one time that I saw Sulu with her braces on, and I asked her where did she go, because I've been asking a lot of dental practices around the area where I live now, if they're free for me to go for a consultation on weekends, because on weekdays it's a bit limited since I'm working from, you know, office hours. So it's a bit hard for me to go during the weekdays. But unfortunately, most of the dental practices are fully booked on weekends, and they only have weekdays, so I never really got a chance to actually go to them and do like a consultation until I saw Sulu, my sweetheart, put on braces, and I asked her where did she go, and she recommended this one dental practice which is quite new in the place where I live, and she had a very good experience with the doctor and the nurses and everyone there. So she recommended it to me. She said, whenever you're ready, give this doctor a call and speak to them. Just tell them you want to go for a consultation and see if it suits you, because some people really want to put on braces but they cannot because they have some other issues that might affect their health. But I only have issues with crowded teeth. So after it this year, which means in June, when I came back from Peninsular Malaysia, I went to see the doctor for the very first time for a consultation. So the process goes like this. I give them a call to tell them that I wanted to do a consultation on braces to see if it suits me, and then they say yes, you can come on a certain date. So you fix that with them when you're free, when you're available to go. So I told them when I was available to go, and then I went and see them on the first day. So on the very first day, the doctor take a look at my teeth to see if there are any other issues with, for example, cavities or chipped tooth, or so on and so forth. I think you guys can Google it. And the doctor checked my teeth, and he found that my teeth are healthy, and I asked him if I can wear braces to realign my teeth, and he said to me I have the issue of crowded teeth, whereby I have more teeth than what my mouth can, the size of my mouth can cater for, in order for my teeth to be nicely aligned and arranged. So he said to me, yes, of course you can wear braces. It will help to fix the issues of the misalignment, but I will have to extract 3 tooth from your mouth in order to create enough space for us to continue with the realignment. So from there, he gave me some time to, he said to me, you don't have to decide now, you can go back and decide and come back and tell us, or if you don't want at all, it's fine. So at that point in time, I knew I wanted to put on braces. I knew what I was going for, so I said to him straight away, yes, I'm fine with tooth extraction. I don't have any issues. I've extracted 1 canine before, my right canine. So in my case, I had to extract 3 more tooth. So he decided to remove this one here, the one behind here, and then one on top here. So when I said yes, straight away he started with all the procedures. He prepared this sort of clay-like material to take my teeth impression before putting on braces. So he did that for my upper jaw and my lower jaw, and then after that he asked me to clean my mouth, and then we went to the x-ray room. He took 3 x-rays, if I'm not mistaken, or 2, I think it was 3. So the one with the one where the x-ray machine went around your head, I think you guys can Google that or YouTube that. And then the other one, which is not exactly the same but similar, that one was 2 times, I think, and then the third one is another machine. So that, when that completed, he spoke to me about the period that he think I need to put on braces. So he said in my case, it'll probably take about 2 to 3 years, but he'll try to make it 2 years, not a problem. And the price is so and so. And he said if I agree to that, if I'm okay with that, we'll arrange a second meeting in a week's time. So I said to him, yeah, straight away. I said, okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the price. I'm okay with the period, the time that I need to put on braces. So that was the first day that I went and see my dentist, my scaling on the second day. And then we set up a third appointment, actually a second appointment from my first one, for braces, because the second appointment was for scaling, it was not for braces, right? So we set up a second appointment for braces. The second appointment basically is a simple one. He explained to me about the procedures, about what could be the effect of putting on braces if I don't take a good care of my teeth, of my braces. What's the worst case scenario that could happen, and then he showed me this a tiny agreement to say that he is willing to serve me over this period as my orthodontist, and then that I'm obliged to follow and to pay him a certain amount of money for this treatment. And what this payment consists of and what does it not cover. So everything is clearly laid out in the agreement. He gave you time to read it before you sign it, and so on and so forth. And then he said you can have a copy of this. And then on that second appointment also is the time when he decided to put on spaces, or he called it separator. I think probably in the dental practice world, when I Google it, they call it separators. But if you watch YouTube or you watch videos, most of the Americans will call it spaces. So for the sake of simplicity, let's just call it spaces. Okay, so he decided to put on spaces. Spaces is this tiny little rubber band that they put in between your teeth in order to create some space for your teeth, so that he can put on this thing. Yeah, can you see that? So he put spaces on my teeth, but and he said to me, this is going to be the most painful part of the whole journey. And I was getting ready for it, because he said when you put on spaces, basically now your teeth are like this, but when you put on spaces in between, it pushes your teeth, and when it pushes the neighboring teeth, it is a domino effect, so it keep pushing the other teeth away from each other. So on the bottom part, it keep pushing my teeth to the center, and on the top part it does the same thing. So what happened was, I had to put on spaces for about a week, because I had to travel to Kuala Lumpur for work purpose, and it was very uncomfortable. It was not painful or anything that is unbearable, but it was very uncomfortable. My teeth was very sensitive. My wisdom tooth can't even chew anything, you know. For about a week I had to go on liquid diet. Honestly, it was, I mean, you know, I survived. I'm still alive. And then after a week I came again for my third appointment. On my third appointment, the doctor first removed the separators and then clean up my teeth and everything. And then he said to me, so today we're gonna extract 2 of your bottom molar, or 2 of your bottom tooth. So he removed this one. He extracted this one first, which was very easy, and then he extracted the one on the inside. That was very painful. That took about 45 minutes to remove. I think after 20 minutes or so, he just stopped, and then he called his nurses to get into the room, and then to point out the x-ray results to see if there's any issues with my with the root of that particular tooth that he was removing, he was extracting. And then he asked me if I was okay, and I said to him it's very painful, and he gave me another injection of anesthetic, and then he tried again for about 5-10 minutes, and then he managed to do it. But that was probably the most painful part of this journey so far. And then he said to me, we're not gonna put on bracket now, because you know, I don't want you to, because it was painful, it was very bad. It took a long time to remove that particular tooth. So he said to me, let's put on bracket next week, and at the same time he will also remove the top tooth. So a week after that, he called me and asked me to come to the office to put on the bracket, which was last week, to put on the bracket and also to remove my top teeth. Yeah. So that's it. It took about 3 weeks, I think. I waited for 3 weeks before my bracket was placed, was glued to my teeth. And when I had the bracket on, I think it is because this is just the first, just the first time. It hasn't been tightened or anything. Well, it is tight, it is sensitive, still it is, but it is not painful that is unbearable, so thank God. It is just sensitive. For me, it's just sensitive. It's not, I don't experience anything such as headache or painful, a pain that leads to me having difficulties to sleep and so on and so forth. No, I don't have that issues. but I'm expecting it. I'm getting myself prepared for when he is going to change the wire and then start tightening it, start pulling the teeth to be in the position that we want it to be. So yeah, so guys, basically that's it. That is the procedure I had to go through in order to put on braces. And was it painful? It is sensitive. Was it nice? I don't know. To me, it was okay. I wanted it, you know. I knew. I did some reading. I did a lot of research, like readings on what should I be expecting, all these kind of things. You know, I like to get myself prepared, so I kind of knew what awaits me in the whole procedures. Okay. And if you guys want to put on braces, I think you have to know that this is a lifetime commitment. The braces will stay with you for about 2 years, 2 to 4 years, depending on your case. Each cases are individual cases. Okay, but after that, you have to be very disciplined and put on your retainer. Okay, and you can only take out your retainer when you want to eat and when you want to brush your teeth. But other than that, you have to wear your retainer all the time until the day you die, in order to keep the teeth as aligned and as nice as it is after you take off your braces. That is normal. That is biology, guys. When you take something out of its original position to the position where you want it to be, it's a natural law that it has a tendency and will always want to go back to its original position, right? So if you don't wear your retainer, then that's it. You'll probably have to wear braces a second time, which is even worse, right? And you don't want that, because you spend a certain amount of money for the first time. You don't want to spend another pile of money for the second time. And then you also have to prep yourself. You also have to do some reading. You also have to do some googling on what you should be expecting. You know, different people have different cases. For example, my friend, she experienced a terrible headache when the first time she put on braces. So, you know, it really depends, you know. And then you have to be very disciplined. Last but not least, make sure you guys you know, you guys are in the position to actually commit to putting on braces, because it's a commitment financially, it's a commitment you know, in terms of discipline, and you have to really teach yourself to be able to follow that commitment. And I think that's it. That's my experience. It was really not so bad. It was okay for me, I think, in my opinion. And if you guys out there want to put on braces, why not? Just, you know, if you can, why not? I mean, so if you're smoking, stop smoking. Drink less sugar. Drink a lot of water. Always clean up your mouth, and make sure you clean your tongue as well. It's very important. And I hope that one day you'll be able to if you cannot do it now, one day you'll be able to do it. Don't lose hope, don't give up. Yeah. So and do you love my new pajamas? I just got my new pajamas from SPAO, guys. When I was in South Korea, I figured that SPAO is a product of South Korea. So, and this is Shin-chan. I don't know if you guys can see. See, I love Shin-chan. I used to watch Shin-chan on NTV7 every Saturday at 7:30 p.m. just before the Malaysian news came on television at 8. You know, I would watch Shin-chan, so it's my favorite cartoon. That's why I bought this. I thought it was gonna be short. It ended up being very long, you know. So that's all for now from me, guys. I'll speak to you guys again the next time when I find something interesting to talk about. Ciao.